Hi, it's Nicole, and today I'm sharing the three cards that I made with the March 2026 Spellbinders Club Kits. I've got a couple information images here, so pause to read some of the changes with the club memberships for 2026 and some basic information. Also, I will put a link down in the description box below to a really good section of the Spellbinders website that kind of breaks down each club, gives you more inspiration, and also does a deeper dive into how the products work. I recently found it myself and it has been very helpful. Now, normally I like to come up with a color palette and have everything match. I just mixed and matched and had fun with March products. These were really unique. I actually started with the stitching die of the month, which creates this very layered like ball cap. I did black tone on tone stitching. Then I'm going to go over to the large die of the month, and you can see in the image here that there's a lot of different things that you can do with this. The large die of the month is probably my personal favorite out of all of the clubs because it's usually pretty versatile. So I selected some of what I would deem the more kind of masculine types of things, the barbecue gear, the glass bottle, that kind of stuff. And I'm going to pair it with the ball cap from the Stitching Club. And I kept a lot of my color choices pretty neutral. I have a sticky mat here that I am using to assemble a lot of my die cuts. I like to buy generic cutting mats that are intended for like Cricut machines, silhouette machines. I tend to buy the 5-pack and I keep 2 or 3 for my silhouette cutting, and then I take the others and use them for things like this. They work really well to hold die cuts down when you're doing like stacked things like these little hearts that I created with 3 layers of cardstock. My sentiment is from the Press and Foil Club, which this one was really fun and really unique. You can make it to where it has like segmented sections for each of the words. I just took 3 of the words to build my sentiment and foiled it directly onto a card base. And I really like how that turned out. I like the mixing and matching ability with that Press and Foil Club this month as well. With my second card, I'm going back to that large die of the month and focusing on the other dies that I hadn't used yet. There's this really cute sneaker that you can build, kind of looks like a Converse, and a bunch of florals. So again, I'm not staying within the same color palette like I tend to do with clubs. I was just going where my mood was going, having fun, and being a little bit intentional with some upcoming events that I think I'm going to need some cards for. So my husband is probably going to get the ball cap one. And that's probably why I kept the hat pretty neutral. He doesn't really like, we don't watch basketball, we don't watch football. Sometimes we watch hockey. So I didn't want to make my hat like specific team colors. So I kept it neutral. This one, I've got sport awards coming up for my daughter. So this one may end up going to her. I'm going to kind of wait and see. So I wanted it to be fun and feminine, but also like bright and happy, if that makes sense. So I have a bunch of color wheel cardstocks that I am die cutting things from. This is the stamp and die for March that I'm going to pick a sentiment for. I wanted to kind of make sure where that was going to go before I start building onto this black cardstock base. And you're going to see almost anytime I work with Spellbinders that color wheel cardstock swatch sheet. That is something that I made. Spellbinders has swatch products that you die cut them and they go on a ring and you can flip through them. I'm somebody who very much, I need to see everything kind of all at once and in a smaller scale. So I created that PDF and I will link it down in the description below. The actual PDF is linked in the description of a short form video that I made talking about that swatch sheet. It is 100% free. I just wanted to make it for myself and then kind of share it with anybody else that is like me, that just kind of wants everything all on one sheet. Now, if they add colors to the Color Wheel cardstock family, I'm going to have to edit it and try to squeeze in some more, but I have not heard anything about new colors, so I should be good for a while. With these florals, I definitely cut way too many, but my like workflow is I prefer to just take all of the floral dies, which I think there was like 5 or 6, and I just run them through all at the same time on 4 or 5 different colors, and then I like to pick in the moment when I'm building like which color flowers, which size, instead of stopping and cutting a single flower, stopping and cutting again, deciding on a size and a color, finding the paper, cutting it again. I would rather just cut a bunch, dig through a pile of pretty florals, and put the leftovers into a small Ziploc bag. And then I just store that with the die set so that the next time I pull this out, or the next time I'm like, you know what, I want to mix a bunch of different floral sets together, I can go to the ones that have those little baggies and save myself a little bit of time. I am going to go ahead and add a couple more underneath the shoes just to kind of fill out the open area down here. And my plan is to take one of the like long single line sentiments from the monthly stamp set and use that for my sentiment. I love, 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 love. I said it before. I love the large die of the month because assembling die cuts, scene building, mixing and matching stuff like this is just part of what I love about Spellbinders dies. And so I tend to, I don't know, I tend to just get really excited about the large die because I feel like that they do such a good job of giving you a ton of options in that one. I've been newer to the stamp and die of the month, and I've actually been really enjoying this. Normally, I would just like stash dive and try to find something in my stash that coordinates with the theme of the clubs. I love that these match really well. There's a bunch of different phrases that really line up with the different elements between the large die, the regular die of the month, the stitching die. Like the mixing and matching was on point this month. And I've already watched 5 or 6 different videos from other creators. And this was a month that I kind of regretted that I don't do the all crate where you get everything, because the bonus add-ons this month were so cute. There was like a foam finger and this really cool like layering background. So definitely go check out like any of the Spellbinders clubs, like hashtags, videos, that kind of stuff. I am moving on to, this is essentially the die of the month. I think it used to be called the small die of the month, which never made sense to me because it's not a small set to me. This is like a really good size set. Now, I am a member of the regular embossing folder of the month. However, mine was delayed, so it didn't get here in time. And I wanted that like dynamic focal point type feeling that the embossing folder this month gives you. So I just tried to find a way to DIY it. So I took, I think this is saffron and beeswax cardstock. I cut 2 A4 panels, so 4¼ by 5½, taped them together and kept taping them as I cut each like layer. And I just cut random starburst pattern kind of chunks. And then to assemble it, I just did every other color. So like if I'm doing saffron, then the next chunk is going to be beeswax, and then back to saffron, back to beeswax. This is going to give me the same kind of feeling of the embossing folder, but not quite. So once that gets here, I might redo this one. I might do it again. This one was really cute. This one, I had my daughter's cheer coach in mind for when we go to the sports awards. something to kind of give her that's a little bit customized to like their school colors. So the superhero girl that I am building here on my sticky mat, I kept to the black, red, a little bit of gray, a little bit of silver to kind of play in with their school colors and just have fun with this like superhero theme that the regular die of the month has. I definitely think her coach is a superhero. She's just amazing. The things that I've seen her do with my daughter's team, and on top of all of it, she's pregnant and teaches like high level English. She's got a lot going on, and somehow still manages to lead a group of girls into chaos and come out successful. So I was like, okay, we have to come up with a card that is going to lend itself to celebrating that. So I took the cloud dies that are from the set and just cut a bunch of them. And I wanted it to be like she's in the clouds and the clouds are moving around. And as they part, you kind of see her looking off. So I just took my clouds, put them on foam adhesive, had them hang off of the edge, trimmed those off. I do have another one that I'm waiting to attach just until after I get her built. I started putting her together on that sticky sheet and then realized that I needed to kind of put her together in place on the card because I wasn't sure how tall she was going to be. This is the first time I've put this die set together. So I really wanted to make sure I had enough room for everything and I knew where things were going to land as, all these clouds and stuff were also taking up space. This was definitely a fun one. I think we see a lot of forward facing animals and people and characters and stuff. So the fact that this person is looking away into the distance, that was just so unique and fun to me. I took the stars, I was gonna say hearts. I took the stars from the same set, cut a bunch of them in black. I did not stack these ones. I kept these ones just one layer of cardstock. I kind of wanted them to be a little bit more muted. And I'm going to sprinkle them here and there until I feel like I have a good mix, a good balance of those. And then I'm going to go ahead and figure out which of these stamps I feel like is going to fit that like card need, I guess is what I would say. Because I know who it's going to and when they're going to get it, that kind of helps me pick a sentiment. If I didn't have that and I was just having fun and making a card, that's when I tend to lean towards more generic or more just kind of basic celebration. So I went ahead and heat embossed that with white embossing powder. I cut a second layer and stacked it just to give it a little bit more stability because it is straddling the side of her and the side of that cloud. So that is a look at the 3 cards that I came up with, mixing and matching all of the March Club products from Spellbinders. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you are new to my channel, I'd love for you to subscribe and join me on my little chaos journey here. And hopefully you check out some of the suggested videos on the screen, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.